Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. It's Monday, March 29th, almost the end of March. That's crazy.
I can't believe it.
Wow, I'm Tori here with Lindsay and Al. Good to see you both.
Good to see you. I can't get it together with my coffee. I know Al's going to try to clown me, so I'll clown myself first.
You are definitely trying to get ahead of the story like a senator that knows something's coming out on Monday.
You guys can't see me because luckily this dress absorbs.
I just want to say I love women.
We had a little coffee spill, but we're okay now. All right, well, opening statements have begun in the murder trial of Derek Chauvin. The trial is being live streamed, and it's expected to take around 4 weeks, giving folks a peek into the most important case of the Black Lives Matter era. He is, of course, on trial for the murder of one George Floyd. People in Minneapolis say the mood is tense with so much riding on the verdict. Check out this moment in the trial after witness video was played. This is the prosecution's lawyer, Jerry Blackwell. Take a look.
929, the three most important numbers in the case, 9 minutes and 29 seconds, is how long that went on. For half of that time, Mr. Floyd was unconscious, breathless, pulseless.
On the other side, the defense is arguing that Derek Chauvin did not cause George Floyd's death, that he allegedly died from drugs and his own health issues. Meantime, outside the courthouse earlier today, members of George Floyd's family, along with civil rights leaders, took a knee for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. That's the amount of time Derek Chauvin kneeled on George Floyd's neck. What do you think the outcome of the trial will be? Al, what do you think?
I know what I hope. Because
what do you hope?
I hope that there's a conviction, just because at this point we all saw it. You know, we're kind of talking about stuff we looked at, and I feel like that if that doesn't sum up America, you look at something, your brain processes it, and then somebody goes, but that wasn't what you saw. He was on drugs. So, but it doesn't matter what any of us on this panel think. It matters what one juror thinks. That's all they need is one, and I think that's why they went for a jury trial.
And I think Al saying seeing it is the biggest thing. This trial is being live streamed, which is different than being on TV, because as we saw during the pandemic, Black and brown people cannot sit in the house. A lot of them have jobs outside. So live streaming it will give them access on their phones to monitor the criminal justice system, one that we have a hard relationship with and don't blindly trust for obvious reasons. And so I'm excited to see this go forward and hopefully get the justice that we haven't seen in so many trials back to back of Black people being killed at the hands of law enforcement that's supposed to be protecting us. So I would like to see what's going to happen with that live stream.
I agree. I didn't think about that live stream aspect of the access that people will be able to have. Let's say there is a conviction. Will that be a closure at all? Will that be something? Will that be progress?
I think
will that
so.
be a step
of
healing?
It not only would it be, I don't know if anything would ever provide closure, and it's not about closure for us, it's about his family, which they'll never get.
Right.
But I do think if there isn't a conviction, it would be catastrophic.
Yeah.
Because it's just at that point, the door swings wide open, because now that's on the table as something that's negotiable, so, and even palatable.
Wow.
So if that happens, I think we go down a slippery slope immediately.
Wow. And the defense, what do you think?
Well, we saw this year that if 2020 hasn't been the year of the reckoning, where we see a difference in this trial versus what we've seen in the past with so many young Black men specifically that have died, and women at the hands of law enforcement, and we've seen that officers walk away with no guilt whatsoever. If 2020 didn't change that, then I think that's going to be disheartening to a lot of people that are hoping that we're seeing people change their minds and open their eyes to what we're experiencing in America.
Well said. Well, let us know what you guys think. The defense, of course, has their right to speak. We'll find out what that is, and we'll be watching. Well, for the first time ever, we're hearing from America's leading infectious disease experts. I got a lot to say about this, okay? About the U.S. response to the coronavirus in a new documentary that aired last night on CNN. First up, Dr. Anthony Fauci appeared to take credit for the decision to quickly develop vaccines, saying the decision was made on January 10th to go all out and develop it. Now, some are saying his remarks glossed over the Trump administration's Operation Warp Speed. Another Another big revelation, came from Dr. Robert Redfield, the director of the CDC under Trump. He said it was his personal belief that the coronavirus began transmitting in the fall of 2019 and may have originated in a lab in China. Now, arguably one of the most chilling conclusions about the past year came from one woman, Dr. Deborah Birx, who said that many of the more than 549,000 American deaths were preventable. Take a look.
Well, I look at it this way. The first time we have an excuse, there were about 100,000 deaths that came from that original surge. All of the rest of them, in my mind, could have been mitigated or decreased substantially.
What are you saying? I found her response the most difficult to even digest. If you thought those things, if you thought they were preventable, why didn't you say it at the time? I understand you served under the president, but you also serve under a Hippocratic oath. And I have no idea why you're speaking out now. And it really makes me think, and I wanted to get your opinion on this, of what toxic masculinity can do to someone, of shutting them down, shutting them up. She had truths to tell, lives to save, and she was told she was scared of the president. To me, it's infuriating to watch her. I'd rather her just say nothing at all.
Well, you saw Dr. Fauci. I mean, everyone's saying he's not giving credit, but he obviously had a very clear dispute with the president. They were kind of on two different pages for a lot of the pandemic, and that was frustrating when he would say one thing and President Trump would say another thing. So I'm not surprised that she's speaking her truth underneath a new leadership.
Man, I just wish she had spoken out before. Sit it out. I think she... Don't stand there and lie to us as a doctor.
I think it's too, it's too simple to say, well, if she had spoken out, it would have been better. Let's be honest about what this country is. That there's a profit-driven motive. And there was a lot of money to be made from podcasters, from influencers saying that this was a hoax. They sold T-shirts, they talked about it, they circulated documents in these chat rooms. There was half of this country. You're proving my point. You're proving my point. She could have stood up against that. Wouldn't have handled it. That they don't get their information from her. People were saying they were going to kill Dr. Fauci. They're not. These people are not worried about doctors. They are enclosed in their own bubble, and their bubble is telling them this is a hoax. This is not real. This is to stop the economy. This is to make Trump look bad.
I'm talking about her, though. What's her actions? She's responsible for standing up there and omitting or lying. And if you know what, if you didn't believe in it, then resign.
But I think Al's saying you can't put it all on her because the president is responsible for deciding if this is a federal issue or a state-to-state issue, and it was a state-to-state issue. And so every single state had the option, like Texas, which we saw, Florida, which we saw kind of willy-nilly, as opposed to Colorado, New York, very locked down. Every state had to decide. So even if we did have a doctor saying we can prevent this by doing X, Y, Z, who's to say that those leaders of those states would have implemented what she said?
Agreed. Maybe she can't mandate policy, right? But it saved one life. One life. She's saying that's hundreds of thousands that could have been missed. And she said it with kind of a smirk, and it really, really bothers me. And I want to know if it bothers you. And maybe I'm being too harsh on Dr. Birx and taking
I'm glad you're passionate
a
about
lot,
it.
but I think as a doctor, you have a responsibility. And I think if she was so scared and so against what the president was saying, resign.
As a doctor, I have a responsibility.
You're not a doctor.
Man.
Lindsay knows.
He's not.
Okay.
Where'd you get your degree?
It's down the street.
Granger University.
That's right.
Down the street. Okay. All right. We have an update to a story we told you about last week. You remember this massive cargo ship that was stuck in the Suez Canal? Well, it's finally free. Toilet paper. Salvage items were able to get it moving again, helping by a high tide and a large number of tugboats. I love saying that word.
It is.
It's a good word, right? This means that traffic can finally resume through the very busy canal. There is a video out there if you search of the ships waiting their turns, and it's from a helicopter, and it's like ship. It looks like a huge, like a highway. It's insanity.
And I don't know if I was in my head, but I went to the grocery store this weekend, and I was like, oh man, the aisles are a little empty. But I don't know if it was because like King Soopers just didn't get the delivery or because of the Suez Canal, but I was very much convinced that it was this.
I think, and a lot of people said there was raw pulp that makes toilet paper that couldn't get through. I learned more about the toilet.
No one said that.
I didn't see any stories about that.
I did.
No one used the
About the
phrase.
pulp.
You would know, though. I
Pulp,
trust you.
Yeah, there's toilet paper.
Why is it always toilet paper, though? That's the one there's
the item we all need.
Yeah, but we all need toothbrushes and toothpaste and soap. They never say that. It's always just toilet. What about paper towels? I feel like paper towels are way more important than toilet paper.
I kind of could make that argument too.
Yes.
All right, that's our next debate: paper towels versus toilet paper.
There we go.
Coming up on DBL.
Get to the real issues. Let's stop dancing
The real
around it.
issues. What you're talking about. Meet a beauty queen with a fierce passion to win. How she's blazing a trail for competitors with Down syndrome in Heartthreads. And Saturday Night Live parodies baby boomers itching to get the COVID vaccine. It was so good and so real. We'll show you that and talk about the possibility of a vaccination passport. Don't go away.
Closed captioning provided by
At Verify, we've been looking through the false claims and debunking misinformation, and the questions come from you. Questions like, is it true that the COVID vaccines aren't fully approved yet? Why haven't they been? And how long will that take? To get answers, we contacted the FDA, got info directly from 3 vaccine companies, and called up Dr. William Schaffner at Vanderbilt University Medical Center. We also spoke with Dr. Arnold Monto, who's the acting chair of the FDA's Vaccines and Related Biologics Advisory Committee, which is the committee that vetted all 3 vaccines. Our experts say that there are 2 ways to get a vaccine greenlighted by the FDA, an EUA or applying for a license using what's called a Biologics License Application, or BLA.
The only difference really between the emergency use and the licensure is that volunteers are observed for a longer period of time to see the duration of protection and if there might be rare adverse events that occur down the road.
According to Dr. Monto, for the EUA, it's an average of 2 months, but for a license, 6 months are required.
Basically, the duration of follow-up for safety, not efficacy. Efficacy requirements are exactly the same.
So between an EUA and a license, the EUA was the faster option to get the vaccines out. A Pfizer spokesperson told us that they plan to submit their BLA in 2021. Same with Moderna and Johnson & Johnson, according to press releases. And here's the thought that we want to leave you with.
These are really not only very effective vaccines, but wonderfully safe vaccines.
With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozlov.
Me now, low mask and the sore nose poking out. When it's time to pay, I whip the coupons out. Even though I got the stimmy in the bank account.
I know you missed us. Might book a trip on the Diamond Princess. Eat all the food, drink all the booze, sail all the cruise while you still on the Zoom.
It was such a good, when they're well written on SNL, the digital shorts, they're great. Welcome back to DBL. It was a rap song again from Saturday Night Live titled Boomers Got the Vax. It highlights what many older people are going through right now after receiving both doses of the vaccine. Many are able to return to a more normal way of life. So this means they can visit family and friends without living in total fear of the virus. Meantime, many younger folks are still left waiting their turn to get vaccinated. Is this fair? Is this right? It is true. My mom and dad are like, we're having Ann and Bob over, then we're having Sarah and Gary over. It's like they're so excited. I mean, they're still sitting social distance, but.
Yeah, I think it's a good, I mean, why wouldn't they? I just hope that we all appreciate this time a little bit more now that we got it back after a year of, like, it just hit me like no one's ever been in my house. Ever.
No one's ever been in my house either.
You know, and it's just this thing. And my mom texted me this morning, and she said she was worried my 6-year-old isn't going to remember who she is. This is like, it's sad, but I'm not unique. I've never met Sam's child. It's been a year, so we have a lot of catching up to do. And Lindsay, I hope that we don't take it for granted.
Right, and I think it's a good thing for like being happy for the older people, because a lot of this pandemic, there were smart young people and dumb young people, and dumb young people were ruining it for a lot of older people that were terrified at their behavior. And so now I think it's a good moment that older people can walk around happy. I know my parents both got it, my grandma got it, so I can breathe easy. Like, I'm less worried about myself than I was about them, and so it just makes me happy, and this parody is hilarious.
It was very well done, I agree. All right, I wanted to get to this. Speaking of the people getting the vaccine, the Biden administration is reportedly developing this vaccine passport. All right, you might have heard of this on your feeds. This will allow everyone to return to pre-pandemic activities like travel, concerts. The passports would be considered proof that people are fully immunized and could include a smartphone app that would flash a scannable code that would allow for entry. That's smart, but there are some worries this may be unfair, especially people who can't afford smartphones. It's also raising concerns about privacy issues as well. Or could this mean that you wouldn't be able to travel if you don't have proof of vaccination? I just want everyone to remember we had polio immunization cards. You had them literally. They were literal cards, and you had to fill them out to go to public school. You had to show that you've been immunized for smallpox, for polio.
Measles,
this isn't
mumps.
a very new concept at all, but does it rub you the wrong way? Anyone want to take this? How do you feel?
I mean, I think the same way that you have to travel with your yellow card if you go to certain, your yellow fever shot if you go to certain countries, the same way that you have to have this. And yes, people without smartphones, they should have an option for them to have paperwork, just like you carry around an actual passport. But I think it's important, as somebody who traveled during the pandemic, when you go to these other places, you want to protect the people that live locally while you're saving their economy and still pumping money into it by traveling there. And so you can't just be running around the area with locals that maybe have not had access to the vaccine because they're not the United States.
That's fair to think about.
So getting vaccinated not only protects people, but it protects economy, it protects travel, it protects people that are local in the community. And I think that that's something you need to think about if you want to travel.
All right, but let's say I can't get the vaccine for medical reasons. How fair is it to have that passport, or should there be medical exemption cards?
That's above my pay grade. And honestly, with any situation, there's going to be caveats. There's going to be people that have unique situations, and that's something we're talking about, the overall global health, the overall general health of a community. And for these places we love, I want to go to Key West, I want to go to Miami, I want to go to Morocco, whatever. You have a responsibility to take care of yourself, the people on that plane, the people flying that plane, and the people that are there when you get back. And if all I need to do is lift my phone up and scan it, I think that's a fair ask.
Interesting. I do want to go to the Keys. I've never been.
You've never been to the Keys?
Kokomo. Coming up on DBL, a young lady is showing poise and determination far beyond her years in a beauty pageant, how she's trailblazing a path for girls with Down syndrome. That's coming up in a really good Heart Threads.
The used car market was already pretty hot thanks to the pandemic. When lockdowns went into effect, car makers were forced to temporarily halt production, creating a shortage of new vehicles. It also meant that chip makers sent their supplies to other customers. And now that automakers are back up and running, the supply of semiconductor chips is way down. This is according to the Wall Street Journal. It's a real problem for car makers. Technology in vehicles has increased in recent years, causing a huge demand for chips. Modern cars require a large amount of processing power for everything from infotainment systems to safety alerts. And it's not like nobody else needs those computer chips. They're used in a wide array of consumer electronic products. All this has forced temporary production shutdowns of everything from Ford F-Series pickups to the Chevy Malibu. Now, wholesale used vehicle prices are up nearly 4% in the first half of March. And according to Edmunds, prices for consumers are following suit. About the only good news, dealers should be paying more for trade-ins.
Welcome back to DBL. Today's Heart Threads is all about kindness. Watch as a young girl with Down syndrome paves a new path for competitors just like her.
This pageant contestant is blazing trails for people with Down syndrome. 17-year-old Rachel has Down syndrome and big ambitions. The high school sophomore acts, sings, participates in athletics, and is a Girl Scout. Now she's competing for Miss Washington USA and Miss Washington Teen.
Is to show my talents.
I heard you have many of them.
Yeah, like being a fashion designer.
Is that what you want to do? Do you want to be a fashion designer?
Yes, in my future.
True to her dreams of fashion design, Rachel makes her own dresses. Her parents are incredibly proud.
She is a loving and compassionate girl.
She doesn't see any limitations, you know, she just wants to try everything.
She is making history. Not only is she the first USA state contestant with Down syndrome competing in the Northwest under this system, but she's also the very first one competing virtually.
Making history is just one of Rachel's superpowers.
My superpower is to make new friends. And also loveness and kindness.
You already won, Rachel.
Yeah.
Rachel, I love you. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
labeled simply as the Derek Chauvin murder trial, but it's important to understand the differences between the charges against Chauvin. So let's verify. What are Derek Chauvin's charges, and what does the state need to prove? Our sources, Minnesota's murder statutes, and 2 criminal law professors. Chauvin faces 3 charges, and this is critical.
None of the charges require the state to prove that Derek Chauvin intentionally killed Mr. Floyd.
Rachel Moran is a professor at St. Thomas Law School in Minneapolis.
The difference in the 3 charges is really mostly about Derek Chauvin's mental state.
The first charge is second-degree unintentional felony murder. Here, the state needs to prove Chauvin committed a felony, in this case assault, and that led to Floyd's death.
That he knew he was committing a crime and he was assaulting George Floyd when Mr. Floyd died as a result.
The second charge is third-degree depraved mind murder. The statute shows it's more about reckless behavior, causing a death with an act eminently dangerous to others without regard for human life.
It's killing someone else while doing something kind of extremely, extraordinarily dangerous.
Ted Samsel-Jones is a professor at Mitchell-Hamlin Law School in Minnesota.
Common examples are things like playing Russian roulette or firing a gun into a crowd.
The last charge is second-degree involuntary manslaughter.
That's similar to third-degree murder, killing someone while doing something very risky, but the degree of risk is less.
Why charge all 3?
It gives the jury different options.
The prosecution just wants to make sure it gets a conviction. If the jurors are initially divided, after a couple days of arguing it out, they sometimes get tired and just say, let's just pick the middle one. So if that happens here, the prosecution still gets a murder conviction.
The maximum sentence for second-degree murder is 40 years in prison. For third-degree murder, it's 25 years, and for manslaughter, 10 years. But Minnesota uses sentencing guidelines, and for someone with no prior convictions like Chauvin, second- and third-degree murder would likely carry the same sentence, 12.5 years in prison, and for manslaughter, 4 years. Bear in mind, if he's convicted on more than one charge, he only serves a sentence for the most severe.
The prosecution has indicated that we'll seek an upward departure from those guidelines, so Judge Cahill, if Derek Chauvin is convicted, could ultimately go above those guidelines.
How likely is it that a judge would grant that?
If Mr. Chauvin is convicted, I would suspect the judge will impose a sentence somewhere near the guideline range.
Remember, the burden is on the state to prove each charge beyond a reasonable doubt. With your Verify, I'm Gabe Cohen.
to DBL. It's time for some sweet, sweet deals. So earlier, Stephanie showed me some amazing products at even better prices. Here's this week's DBL Deal Blast presented by MorningSave.com. Thanks, Al. Steph, what do you have for us today?
Hey, Tori. We've got something that everyone needs in their homes right now. It's the Vivitar automatic soap or sanitizer dispenser. It comes equipped with an infrared motion sensor to detect your hands for touchless operation.
Nice.
So normally, it's as much as $60.
Whoa,
However, we've got it for only $19, saving up to 68%. Next, it is the Fine Life Quantum Impact Percussion Massager. Look at this. This massager, oh yeah, melts away the pain from tense, sore and achy muscles. It's cordless. And it's rechargeable.
Yes.
So normally, this is as much as $150.
I was gonna say.
Now we've got it for only $39, saving 74%. Okay, next, this is my product of the week.
Yes.
Who doesn't enjoy waking up with soft, hydrated, and healthier looking skin in the morning? Ooh. I know that I do. And that's exactly what you get with the Danielle Nighttime Skincare Bundle. Love this. It comes with 5 sheet masks, 6 under eye masks, 1 overnight treatment mask, and 1 plush headband.
Oh, I love the headband.
I am here for this.
Yes.
So normally it's as much as $48, but we've got it for only $24, saving our viewers up to 50%.
Half off, people.
Okay, and then last but not least, it's the 2-pack Bed Brand adjustable bamboo pillow. So they're filled with a blend of shredded memory foam and polyester. Normally, it's as much as $180, Tori, but now it's 2 for $49, saving our viewers 73%.
So y'all head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. Remember, you can even visit morningsave.com right on your smartphone. Thank you so much, Steph. I mean, I need good pillows. I definitely need good pillows. We have a lot of comments I want you guys to get to.
Okay.
Nicoya from Facebook says, this is about Derek Chauvin's trial. He's going to walk just like they all do. I think a lot of people feel that way.
And I think a lot of people, have her same feeling. I understand why, but you just got to keep the faith. There's going to be something different this time.
I agree with you. Shireen from Facebook says that prosecutor is everything, 100%. Ben Crump is no joke. Olive says the defense has their work cut out, but I think they will show his own health issues are the real cause of death. Even if Jerry Blackwell was the prosecutor. I wanted to get that correct. Olive says the defense has their work cut out, but I think they will show his own death had his own health issues were the reason of the cause, even if that video was horrible to watch.
I mean, that's like arguing that people had health issues before COVID. Like, COVID still is the directly connected thing that killed them.
That is a logical response, Lindsay. Michael says when you scream for justice, you must accept it when you get it. And Bonnie says he will get off just like before, and there will be Rodney King era riots just like years ago. We're praying not.
Back into the narrative, so.
Yeah, well, goodbye to the co-workers at home today. When the pandemic's over, we'll be back together again in the studio. Well, Mike James. DBL's new every day. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Thank you.